All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeft TV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to the BTCC series. This is TurnLeft TV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League BTCC Series visits Laguna Seca. Oh, it's sunny California for round number 2 of the season. 2 15-lap races here tonight for round number 2. And who's got what it takes to bring home the victory here at Laguna Seca? Who can tame the corkscrew? Oh my God. There's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeft TV. Well, little British touring car championship racing here, high octane racing league style. It's Laguna Seca, it's the corkscrew, it's round number 2, 15 laps of madness headed your way. All right, thank you so much for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. Got a good one here for you today in the BTCC championship. Laguna Seca, 2 15-lap races. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeft TV and owner of High Octane Racing League. We got a fun one for you. Laguna Seca, not one of my favorite tracks, but guys really like this track. It is a lot of fun for guys who can master this track. I am not one of them. So I'm sitting in the broadcast booth. But thanks for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeft TV. I appreciate you being here today. I know it says it looks like it's dark out. That's just the practice session. This is a day race, so I don't know why they're doing practice at night, but it's not going to be a night race. I promise you that. It's just the hard-coded settings for the track, I think, at Laguna Seca. Today's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server for your race league, or how about just a practice on, you've got 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. And man, we get some big fields of these servers too. So excellent service through EliteHostingUSA.com. How about some WordPress hosting or online store hosting, also available through EliteHostingUSA.com. And actually provides our servers and our maintenance of our website here at highoctaneracing.net. Don't forget to join us over there, and Discord server link. Also, you get updates who wins what in this race league. Keep everything updated as possible. Thanks so much, man. I'm over 800 subscribers now. My gosh, rarefied air. I'm so honored that people would come out and watch the races. When I first started this, I was like, really didn't know what I was doing. I had maybe 20 or 30 views on my videos, and now I just can't believe that I'm over 800 subscribers. So really appreciate that. Hit that thumbs up button. Get the video out there for everybody to see. Also, don't forget to share my videos with all your friends. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so. Help me out here at TurnLeft TV, and more subs the better, obviously. And we want to get that that video out there so people can see. Looks like Givaldo saying he's got to go to the supermarket with his wife. He's in here chatting it up. Good to see Givaldo. Great race for Givaldo last night. And he's got to go to, oh, look at that. We know who the boss is. The boss is the wife. He's got to go put away some groceries. Nice. Hope you bought beer. Hope you bought beer. Cerveza. I don't know how to say beer in Portuguese, but Givaldo not only understands English, but also Spanish as well. The BTCC schedule, take a look. Brands Hatch was our first race. That was a great one, man. 2 25-lap races. Really, really a lot of fun. Very interesting races. Laguna Seca coming up today. 2 races here, 15-lap race, a little bit longer track. You know, I'm still on the fence there of whether this is a good idea to actually put this track on the schedule. Probably should have aired on the side of a shorter track. Oulton Park International, that is my favorite road course. By far my favorite road course. That's coming up next week. I am so excited about broadcasting the race. I'm so excited about the track. Maybe I'll just drive in the races. But Oulton Park is a fantastic track. That's coming up to round out the first half of that season. See, Indianapolis road course, that's my home. Home away from home, man. About 45 miles-ish from Indy. Been there many times. Silverstone and then Gateway rounding out the season here in the BTC series. It is not going to be a night race today, I promise you that. This is practice, hard-coded practice here in the GDB file. You know what you think about the way that rFactor 2 does its track files. So this guy's got their lights on, and they're going to be racing during the day, I promise you that. Saturday Night Thunder headed your way coming up tonight at 9 p.m. It's Beat the Broadcaster night at the Lady in Black. 110-lap race from Darlington, race number 4 of the season, and it starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We had a big field last week at Daytona, and hopefully we're going to have another big one this week at Darlington. I finished 3rd last week, man. Of course, it was a super speedway. Don't think I'll be finishing 3rd here at Darlington unless a miracle happens, but I'm going to be out there mixing it up with the best here tonight. Come on out and join me. Get out of the broadcast booth and get into the car and mix it up with the best. Bushwhacker Series had a great race, the Steve Freeze Memorial 250 last night. You want to catch that on YouTube. We had so many drivers joining us, 22 drivers in this field, and man, it was an exciting, caution-free 100-lap race at Daytona. That was last night. And man, what a fantastic season race that was, and to honor Steve Freeze as we do each and every year around this time. Next week, we'll be back on our regular schedule, and that'll be Kansas Speedway, 100-lap race number 6 of the season. And racing starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 100-lap race, it'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV. Looks like these guys headed over to the qualification session. Let's take a look at the track here at Laguna Seca, located in Monterey, California. And it is a little hilly. The corkscrew, of course, kind of a challenging area of the track, well known for the corkscrew. Guys, really, this is a track I think it's you either hate it or you love it. There's no in between. I am a hate it person. I cannot deal with the corkscrew, man. Located, again, in Monterey, California, in 11 turns, length of the track, 2.2 miles, 3.6 kilometers in length. And again, I think most guys do really like this track. I'm one of the few, maybe, or the minority that am not real fond of this track. I don't mind broadcasting races from it, but driving this track, not good for me. I've done a lot of really cool races, broadcast a lot of really cool races from Laguna Seca, so it is a fun track to watch a race. And you know, hopefully we'll have a good one for you today in the BTCC series. I'm just going to keep adding C's under the end of that. We're in the qualification session now. We take a look at Andres Valles. For some reason, we got the camera dipping below the track here in my, for some reason, I don't know why it does that, but it doesn't do it on my other computer, my side-by-side view. Just in this one. Pray, because it knows I said I hated the track. So, 10-minute qualification session. Andres Valles out of the track in that Toyota. Oh, it's racing in the 78 car. Come across the line here. We're probably, you know, in Will Dunbar giving me a hard time there because I said I didn't like Laguna Seca. I love rainbows. I'm okay with it. See it dipping below the track right there. On board here with Andres Valles. Not very many people showing up today. Only 9 drivers here so far. We may have some more join in the warm-up session. A little disappointing with a lot of these guys who have signed up to race in this series. On board here with Valles. This guy drives this car right straight on the edge, man. Let's see what this lap holds for him. Valles second on the grid with Phil Vick with a 127.070, the top time. How about Artem Shuliev? Good to see Artem Shuliev out here once we get behind the heel, from out behind the heel. Unison Racing sponsored machine. Right in the Infinity, number 17 car. Zakharov up to third on the grid here, the 24 car. 2 races here today, 2 15-lap races. I see it takes about 1 minute 30 to get around, so 15 laps, pretty good. Zakharov, great IndyCar driver. Shuliev as well, great IndyCar driver. Stock car as well, he's done some stock car racing with us. Zakharov also well known for his, see right there dipping below the track. I don't understand why it's doing that, but we're going to have to deal with just 2 camera shots right there. Zakharov also, you know, racing in the GT3 stuff. That'll be coming up after this season. We will be announcing a new GT3 series season. .126.873 is the top time, and Shuliev through the corkscrew area. Phil Vick, the top time. So here we go, 1:30.037. Surely up right now, 5th on the grid. Devian Gumilar out on the track, and a BMW. This qualification attempt, Gordon Carter showing 6th. Gumilar here getting on his first time lap. See where he lands here with about 3.5-ish minutes left to go in the qualification session. Devian off the final turn, down the front stretch, and let's see where he's at. 1:29.297, up to 5th on the grid, bumping surely up down to 6th. Devian, part of that psychopath e-racing community. One of those psychopaths out there in the Hyundai, Iqbal Kurdiawan. Let's see where he lands. 1:26.666 is the time to beat. Kurdiawan late out here on the grid. Let's see what he does in this Hyundai. I mean, the IndyCars even race here, and it's astounding to me how the IndyCars race here with the corkscrew, and how that doesn't somehow affect the front wing on that car. You know, where they're scraping the ground. You see right there, we dip them below again. You're right there, dip them below the turf, just in those 2 sections here. I'm not sure why that's already. Rabo de Gallo. Rabo de Gallo. That sounds like robbing something. So Rabo de Gallo.
A lot of soul.
Sounds like robbing your life or something. Which beer can, if you're hooked on beer, it can rob your life. It'll just suck the life right out of you. Drink too much, you feel like somebody sucked the life out of you. Look at this. 1:29.144. Iqbal Kurdiawan 6, bumping his teammate there. Actually, just behind his teammate, I should say, Gumilar in 5th. So surely up down to the 7th position. Novar doesn't look like he's going to pit. He's going to qualify. He's just going to stay out here and start in the back. Take a look at Valles. Now, Phil Vick, he's going to try to improve that time here. He is top on the grid. He says, hey, man, I want to rub it in these guys' faces. I'm almost a second ahead of them. Let's see if I can get a full second ahead of them. Cocktail, okay. Tail of the cock. Rabo de Gallo. 1:26.769 is that time there for Phil Vick with just a few seconds left in quals. So looks like he's going to end up earning P1. So, Phil Vick, great run there for him. That's why I'm not married, Givaldo. All right, qualifications have ended. We'll give you the results as soon as we flip over to the next session. So we're going to have a 10-minute warm-up session, I believe. 10 minutes. Should know I made the rules. Guys were able to get out there on the track, mix things up a little bit. Might have a few more stragglers coming in. So we'll give you the skinny on who's going to start where.
Of soul.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Quals have ended. And again, you're joining me here on TurnLeft TV. This is the High Octane Racing League BTCC Series, round number 2. And we are at Laguna Seca. They flew over all the way from Britain, from Monterey, California. 2 15-lap races for round number 2 at the Corkscrew. Qualifications have ended for race number 1. And we will take a look at the results. So Phil Vick with a 126.319 qualifies in P1. Andres Valles qualifies second. Alexander Zakharov qualifies in the 3rd position. Nikolai Bezrukov will start 4th. Revian Gumilar starts in the 5th position. Iqbal Gardial with 6th. Artem Shuliev starts in 7th. Gordon Carter, Ritsky Novar 9th and 10th. And I think we've actually had an 8th and 9th. And we have had a 10th driver, Keenan Luang, join us. So a little bit of a small field today. So that's the qualification results for race number 1, I should say. Now these guys will go through a short little warm-up session. This is 5 minutes in length, and we'll get this bad boy going. And of course, I have to start on the part where the 2 parts where the camera dips under the track. Let's take a look at the point standings coming in to tonight. After round number 1, Nikolai Bezhikov, the points leader with a big weekend last weekend. Phil Vick showed in second. Artem Shuliev third. Andrei Valles fourth. Keenan Lewang fifth in points. Alexander Zakharov is sixth. Mata Indiga is seventh. Iqbal Kurdiawan eighth. Ritsky Novar ninth in points. And Gordon Carter rounding out the top 10. Moving on, Gumilar, see we had 16 drivers last week, sits 11th. Yuta Prezanta is 12th. Data Grover 13th. John Stanley 14th. He's camping this weekend, so hopefully he's having a good time. Nikolai Gerasimov 15th and Steve Pierce 16th in points. Coming into tonight's race. So a couple minutes left here in coming into the warm-up. Got somebody already waving to the crowd. Scan across. That guy's having trouble seeing. He needs to get some a hat on or something. We've got one guy out there. I don't know where he's at. I've been looking for him. Oh, I found him. I think. See that guy way in the back of the corner right there? Dude, it's high AF. We'll get him. Can't zoom in very fast. That dude sitting in the corner back there in the back is wide-eyed. He's got a friend sitting in the front row, too. She's on the same stuff. There you go. I found him. He moved from the practice session. He was sitting somewhere different in the practice session. We got about 40 seconds left to go in the warm-up session. We were just playing around there. Sorry about that. Yeah, that guy brought something in, or maybe he just got all plowed before he walked through the gates. All right, boys and girls, it's that time. It's round number 2. It's round number 2 here in the BTCC Series season. Laguna Seca today. Monterey, California. Oh, I know why that guy looks the way he does. He's in Cali. So 2 15-lap races. It's about a minute and a half to get around this place. So here we go. So these guys start from a standing start here at Laguna Seca. As guys join in the grid. As we'll take a look at the starting order here at Laguna Seca. Race number 1. And you see Revian Gurmilar starts in P1. Whoa. Let's try that again. I wasn't looking at the right screen. That's why nobody shows up. Phil Vick starts in P1. Andres Valle starts second. Alexander Zakharov third. Nikolai Bezhikov starts in the 4th position. Starting in 5th will be Revian Gurmilar. Iqbal Kurdiawan starts 6th. Artem Shuliev 7th. Gordon Carter 8th. Starting in 9th will be Ritsky Novar. And Keenan Lewang starts in 10th. Here we go. We're off for race number 1 here at Laguna Seca. They're already side by side. Through the dirt. Oh, it looks like Luang might have come around. Actually, that's Gumillard might have come around. Revion came around. There was a little bit of contact. Little bit of contact there at the start. Our leader is Phil Vick. And Gumillard getting back out on the track, but there was definitely some contact there early. See here a little bit of a replay here, and watch this. There's contact right here through the turn. It's like Bezrikov had gotten through there. It might have been Bezrikov, I believe. That wasn't Bezrikov. That was Alexander Zakharov. Zakharov in the 4th position. Bezrikov now making a move here with Andres Valles side by side. Bezrikov now picking up P2. Valles back to the 3rd position. I don't know why it does that below the fence there, but something we got to deal with all race long. Phil Vick is our leader. Bezrikov in 2nd, Valles 3rd, Zakharov 4th, Shuliev running in the 5th position. Take a look at Artem Shuliev in the Infinity. In the 17 car through the corkscrew. Iqbal Kurniawan just behind him in the Hyundai. One of those psychopath racing community racers. Good little battle here shaping up between Gordon Carter and Keenan Luang. Gordon Carter in the 56 car. Keenan Luang just behind in the 14 car. Gordon Carter running in the 7th position. Nose to tail right now, pretty much. Everybody, I guess, sort of got it figured out. As we see Phil Vick leading the charge, but a good battle here for P2 just behind, and that battle is heating up, and that is between Nikolai Bezrikov and Andres Valles. These guys had a heck of a battle, not only those guys, but also Phil Vick in this battle last week. On board here with Bezrikov. Maybe trying to play a little defense as well. Looking out of the back there, you do see Valles. He's opened up a little bit of a gap on Andres Valles. Bezrikov, one of our great IndyCar and stock car drivers, also great GT3 car driver as well. Take a look here as maybe Valles might have had some trouble. Valles came off the track. Valles off the track, and he's in the grass or in the sand, so Valles has had some trouble. Go back and look and see what happened to Valles. On board here with him, and watch this. Oh, he gets up onto the curb, and he rolls the thing and into the fence. Into the fence, my heavens, man. Let's look in there and see if he's okay. That was a hard lick for him. Wow, man. He is now all burgered up there. Let's take a look here as we're down below again, down below the fence there. I just don't understand why it does that. Again, we'll take a look here as he must have hit the curb just wrong and or just right, whatever you want to look at that. And here he is. Big time problems there for him. Let's go on board here with Shuliev. Shuliev's a little bit back here to this. You see the car flipping into the fence. Wow. Look out of the back of Bezrikov's machine. Maybe. Here we go. I think he hit that curb just horribly. Cut that just a little bit, and Mehdi caught something. Oh, he hit that grassy area right there, and then straight into the fence. Wow. That was a hard lick there for him. Got to get a look at that again. Valles, again, he just hit the fence just right, just wrong, however you want to look at that, and then that car is toast. We go back up here and take a look at Phil Vick leading the field. Got a 2.5 second lead over Nikolai Bezrikov. Alexander Zakharov running in the third position now as Shuliev now dropped back to fourth. Take a look at this pass here as Zakharov setting up the pass on Shuliev. And Shuliev going to have to tuck in the Infinity. So the BMW picking up a spot. Now up to P3 as Shuliev falls back to the fourth position. So Phil Vick up there where he wants to be, and he has got a pretty substantial lead, 2.7 second lead over Nikolai Bezrikov. Ritsky Novar had some trouble. He must be out. He must have had trouble there early. Maybe missed the grid. Bezrikov in second, Zakharov third, Shuliev in the fourth position, and Iqbal Kurniawan rounding out the top five. Here's 6 laps in. Take a look at Kurniawan running in the fifth position. Top half of that field. Coming around that final turn. I guess that is the final turn. I should learn this track, huh? A decent little battle here running behind, and Gordon Carter, Keenan Lewang, Revion Gumilar, all those guys running together there. As Gordon Carter starting to pull away just a little bit, you see Keenan Lewang and Revion Gumilar battling it out. These guys take this hard left-hander. Oh no, not another one. Another one in the air, and he's out of the, oh no, he's going to drop through the earth. Wow. Keenan Lewang hit the, he just flipped over. I don't think he even hit anything, did he? Take a look and see what happened to Keenan Lewang. He hits that that little grassy curb right there, and he flips his car. So that's something we're going to have to let him know. Watch the grassy curbs. Those little grassy humps there will smoke your car, apparently. This car is a DLC as well. This track is a DLC. So Keenan Lewang out of the race. His car fell through the earth. All right, Phil Vick, our leader, 3.6 second lead over Bezrikov, Zakharov third, Shuliev fourth, Kurdiawan is in fifth. So be careful of the little curbs there. Stay on the track. Don't try to cut that. It's the second car. You see one right there. Guess they're not grass. It looks like they're kind of a yellowish color. There's another one right there. So that'll teach you to run over one of those. Well, so far, Phil Vick has stayed off those curbs. You got to be really careful. Here on lap 9. Phil Vick is the leader, the number 2 car. Opening up a gap there on Bezrikov, 3.8 seconds now. 2 cars out of the race. Keaton Lewang he went for a ride, man. Take a look at that. Alexander Zakharov running into 3rd position, 19 seconds back. Yeah, again, taking a look at this, and I've messed with my field of view. I just don't understand why it's dipping below the track. Shouldn't happen. This is a DLC track, so this shouldn't happen. Looks like looks like we got a pit stop underway. That's interesting. Valles is on pit lane. Andres Valles on pit lane here as these guys are on lap 10. So interesting here from Valles. Maybe different tires for him and worn out the tires. So he is now on pit lane. And that opens the question, or begs the question, do the rest of these guys have to come down pit lane? He's finishing up his pit stop. Rolling. Maybe. Is he out of gas? So Valles is on pit lane. Not sure what happened to him. Maybe he had to go to the restroom. Well, Phil Vick not pitting here in this BMW. 2 car is out to a big lead, 3.7 seconds. So Valles is on pit lane, and that's strange to me. Take a look at Iqbal Kurdiawan running in the 5th position. He and Gordon Carter had a pretty good little battle there early on. This Psychopath E-Racing machine now top 5 with Valles coming down pit lane. Gordon Carter running in the 6th position and has Revion Gumilar just behind him. So good battling here. Take a look at Revion running in P7. So 6th and 7th here. Tight battle there between the 2 of those guys here on lap 11. Cam Zadek there joining us in the chat session. Good to see him. Good battle here between P6, P7. Again, dropping below the stinking ground there. That's all I can do. Valier's still in the pits. Maybe his girlfriend came by. Said, get off the computer. Phil Vick, our leader. Big lead here for him. 4.3 seconds as you see Bezhikov come by. We got a big gap there back to P3. Zakharov in the third position in this 24 car. Shuliev trying to close in on Zakharov, looking out of the front of Artem Shuliev's machine. Zakharov up there in the third position. Shuliev just a couple more laps here, about 4 more laps. To try to close in on Alexander Zakharov. The gap is about 1.5 seconds or so. So there's one of those curbs that you want to avoid. So in the behind the fence on that one, I think is where we were. Great camera placement. So Phil Vick, man, he was really competing last week for a victory and got caught up in some scrapes. He and Bezhikov got together. Valles as well. Those 3 guys were solid last week. And Phil Vick, I think he really expected to come away with the win, but Bezhikov was just too strong. That battle was a great one in race number 1. Really less so, though, in race number 2, but huge in race number 1. We just got 2 laps to go here at Laguna Seca for race number 1 of 2 races today. 4.2 seconds separate the 2 of those guys. One little slip up. And Bezhikov will be there. About a second separate Zakharov and Shuliev. It is a pretty tight battle on the track. Good battle here with Gordon Carter and Revian Gumular. These guys actually got after it here just a second ago, man. How about this? Look at this battle between the 2 of them. Couple BMWs here getting after it. And Revian Gumular backs off and lets Gordon Carter get that spot. So Gordon Carter picking up P7. Gumular back to the 8th position. Across the start-finish line, we'll have 1 lap to go. Phil Vick, 4.4 seconds lead over Bezhikov. Valles has retired his machine. Gubilar's had some trouble here, it looks like. Hoping he didn't hit the... he comes around. Comes spinning around here as got into the sand. And late, doesn't lose a position, I don't believe. Still holding on to that spot, but nonetheless, a break there for him. Phil Vick, our leader. Here on the final lap. Through the corkscrew for Phil Vick. Bezhikov is second, Zakharov third, Shuliev fourth, Kurdiawan fifth. That gap between Shuliev and Zakharov now down to about a half a second. This Phil Vick looks like he is on his way to victory here in race number 1. And here he goes, across the start-finish line. Phil Vick's taking the victory here. That Laguna Seca in race number 1. So congratulations to Phil Vick. Bezhikov finishes in the second position. So again, dropping below the deal there. Not sure why. 2 camera angles seem to drop below the field. The grass. The world. Looks like everybody in the let's take a look at the results here in round number 1, or race number 1 of round 2. Phil Vick gets the win. Nikolai Bezhikov finishes second. Artem Shuliev third. Alexander Zakharov finished in the 4th position. Kurdiawan actually in 5th, looks like. Gordon Carter 6th. Gubilar is 7th. See if we can't refresh that. And I guess that's... Studio 397 still needs to work out some things there as far as their overlays. That's actually the top 10. So congratulations to Phil Vick. As he gets the win. So Phil Vick gets the win. As we'll move that name. See, I'm a low budget deal here. Not a very good broadcaster. There we go. Phil Vick gets the win here in race number 1 in the BMW. So congratulations to him, and we'll see if he can't repeat here for race number 2. Here, we'll take a look at the schedule here. Next week we'll be at Oulton Park International for round number 3. And again, my favorite track is Oulton Park, man. I love this track, and I'm excited about the schedule for next season, or next round. These guys are resetting here. So round number 2, or race number 2, headed your way. I got to get the difference between round and race. Round is the next track. Race is the next race at that track. There you go. A little bit of a lighter crowd here today. Kind of disappointing that we had such a light crowd. You guys have signed up to race in this series. Haven't shown up. See if we can't fix this. There we go. Sort of. So that's the schedule. Again, Oulton Park next week. I just wanted to get the screen behind it. So these guys are going to quals for race number 2. So these guys are now in race number 2. They're in a little bit of a brief practice, waiting for some guys to get back in. All right, they're headed over to the qualification. For race number 2. All right, Bezrikov, the first one out here in quals. The guys have been warned or advised to avoid the curbs in here in these cars. So on board here with, or watching Nikolai Bezrikov here with a 10-minute qualification session. Don't forget the Saturday Night Thunder headed your way here tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Darlington Raceway for 110 laps. It's race number 4 of the season. And, this is Beat the Broadcaster night. Not going to be a hard job to do that at this track. I can guarantee you that. But Darlington, always an interesting track. Starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a Saturday Night Thunder. This series has been going on for 21 years. I joined it back in 2001 when it was just starting out as pickup races. Come on out. Beat the Broadcaster night. Don't forget, tonight's race sponsored by or brought to you by EliteHostUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That's EliteHostUSA.com. Also, don't forget to help me out by clicking on that Sim Lab website link down in the description of this race. And I am an affiliate through them, and I own a Sim Lab rig. I own the Evo 1. Actually, I do my broadcasting from there. I do my racing, of course. I do the broadcasting as well. Why not? So Bezhikov looking to log his first lap time through the corkscrew here. Finished second in race number 1. Our big winner last week. Won both races, has the points lead. From 26.722 for Bezhikov. Take a look at Iqbal Kurdiawan. 77 car. Bezhikov the top time. Phil Vick wanted to chip into that time a little bit. Take a look at Iqbal Kurdiawan. Again, a 126.722 is the time to beat. Well, 29.038 for Iqbal Kurdiawan. Kurdiawan up to 4th on the grid. Take a look at our race winner in race number 1. And that was Phil Vick. Trying to get this car up to P1 for quals again. One 126.675. Well, Phil Vick up to the top of the grid with a 126.9 or 6.75. Good run here for him. Says, I will not be denied. Phil Vick, 126.376 for him. Keenan Lewang. Right now shown fourth on the grid. Lewang is fifth on the grid. Phil Vick, the top time here so far. Bezhikov is second. Zakharov third. Revion Gumilar fourth. Keenan Lewang is fifth. Yeah, we would like to reverse the field. That's the ultimate goal there, Givaldo, is to invert the field. But it's a lot of work to get those names ordered up and so forth. It is a lot of work because it wouldn't be that bad tonight with only 10 drivers, but we had 16 last week. It's a little bit more of a challenging deal, but yeah, that was definitely in the plan to reverse the grid for race number 2. And that's the way they'll really do it. I think, well, some of those they do race 1, race 2, quals, and then race 3 they invert the field. Alexander Zakharov a little squirrely there through the turn. On board here with Alexander Zakharov, right now third on the grid. As we are winding down the time here in the qualification session. .126.376. Phil Vick, the top time. 3/10 faster than Bezhikov. Zakharov sits in the third position. Revion Gumilar fourth. Keenan Lewang fifth. Here we go as Zakharov crosses the line. 126.955 for Zakharov. Good run right there. Tightening it up a little bit between P2, P3. Revion Gumilar is fourth. Keenan Lewang is fifth. So here we go. Race number 2 of round 2. And Phil Vick back up front. All right, here we go. Clicking it over. Clicking it over to race round number 2.
non-ascension grid, you're all non-ascension person.
All right, the starting order for race number 2. Phil Vick, Andres Valles, 1-2. Zakharov and Bezhikov, 3-4. Raviel Gumilar is 5th. Iqbal Kurdiawan 6th. Artem Shuliev 7th. Gordon Carter starts in the 8th position. Vicky Dobar starts 9th. Keenan Lewang starts in the 10th position. So here we go. Actually, it's shown there we go. I think Bezhikov's shown 2nd. There you go. Alexander Zakharov 3rd. Valles is 4th. So here we go. Got to do that each time between races there. Here we go. Race number 2. Where you got somebody off the track. Novar had a little trouble. Novar in the fence on the start. And Novar here not coming out, actually. That might have been Gumilar who was in the fence there. Iqbal Kurdiawan. No, it was Iqbal Kurdiawan. Iqbal Kurdiawan in the fence. Gumilar came around as well on the start. These guys having some drama early on. Starting from the standing start. Phil Vick, no drama for him. As he's leading the field. Bezhikov in 2nd. Keenan Lewang 3rd. Alexander Zakharov 4th. Shuliev is in 5th. And Phil Vick says, I want to run away from the field right now. Andres Valles had some trouble, I believe. He came off track. Oh, man, he's cutting out a little bit short there, and he might have... there was some spinning earlier here. Let's take a look. See what happened to Valles. There was a little bit of shenanigans here at the start, I believe. Valles right here, and there might have been 3 wide. There was some 3 wide action on the start. And Valles getting in the fence. It was 3 wide there on the start. It might have been Revion who went up the middle on the start and got into. So I don't know whether why he wanted to go through the middle, but he did. We got another car off the track. Kurdiawan, I believe, is spun. Iqbal Kurdiawan spun. He is way off the track here in the sand. And he spins and almost takes out Andres Valles for a second time there. Valles is able to get through. Wow. Bezhikov comes off track there a little bit, scrubs off some speed. Zakharov gets by in the 24 car. These guys throwing caution to the wind right now. And Zakharov now picking up P2. We got to figure out the speed of that up and down on this camera, because I've changed it a little bit. Not real smooth anymore. Anytime there's an update, man, it overwrites your some of your files. Or when you go back to the old UI and then jump back to the new UI, it overwrites your player file and your config JSON, and And your multiplayer JSON file as well. Right now, Phil Vick, the leader. Zakharov now in P2. Bezhikov back to the third position. We'll take a look at Keenan Lewang. He's running in fourth. Just behind him is Shuliev. Hopefully these guys have all learned their lesson about avoiding the curbs. There's one right there as they pass by, that left-hander. Shuliev a little bit sideways coming through. Valles has had some more trouble. I think Valles missing that wing is a big deal for him. He's going to have to come down pit lane and get this wing taken care of. He is off the track. And I believe he's going to make it to pit lane and take some service. So some stuff happened there on the start. Again, back here to dipping below the track. Here, I can do this myself. See? Valles now falling back to the 9th position, and he is on pit lane, getting a new wing put on that car. So Valles finally decides that he has got to be on pit lane to get this car serviced. Get out there and get some points. Hopefully somebody has some trouble, but a pretty significant amount of damage there for him that he's having repaired. He is now in P9, but now he's going to have to hope for somebody else having some trouble. Take a look, a long time on pit lane for Valles. As we take a look at Phil Vick leading the field. A good battle there for the second position between Bezhikov and Zakharov. Bezhikov has gotten around Zakharov. Let's take a look at that replay as Bezhikov running behind, climbing up the hill, got a good run on Zakharov. And Bezhikov in the 16 car gets by Alexander Zakharov through the corkscrew. I think that's where we saw that pass before, the other way around. Put up the back of Bezhikov's machine at Zakharov in the BMW. And this is not some track where you can just rest. And especially with Alexander Zakharov behind you, he is a solid race car driver. Bezhikov also a savvy race car driver. And a good battle here on the track for P2. Does look like as we go back to live here, Andres Valles back out on the track. Zakharov might have had some trouble. Zakharov off the track. So Zakharov's had some trouble. Let's see what's happened to him. Zakharov coming down the hill. Oh, he just goes straight. He just goes straight into the fence. What happened to Zakharov? Was he disconnected or what? What happened there? That car just went straight into the fence. And wow, huge crash there for Zakharov. And I don't get it. He just went straight into the fence. I don't know if he lost his connection or what. But straight into the tire barrier. What a tough break there for Alexander Zakharov. I don't think it was a rage quit thing. He just went straight off into the fence. I don't see anything to indicate that he Oh, man. I mean, that is a hard lick. Bezrikov's got to be wondering what the heck happened there. You see Zakharov just zooming through and into the fence. A tough break there. I don't know if he lost his connection or what happened there, but break for Alexander Zakharov. Hate to see that, man. That was battle between he and Bezrikov was shaping up to be a great one. See, this camera's behind the fence right there. There's a fence right here, a tire barrier. That camera comes rising up out of the tire barrier. Somebody in the RF2 world will let me know what's going on. Look at this. Revion Gumilar and Gordon Carter here battling for position. Good side-by-side racing there as Revion gets that spot. Gordon Carter now tucks in. Back to the 6th position, trying to do the crossover move in that BMW. Not able to do it. As Revion has had some trouble here tonight. Got a little bit of damage on that car. But holding on to the 5th position. So if you've just joined us, a couple of drivers out of the race. Zakharov, Novar, it looks like he didn't even make the grid. Valle is 2 laps down. And again, that's the good thing about getting your car repaired. Here he is now running in the 9th position, but keep in mind that he's going to keep plugging away. He's going to gain another position with Zakharov's out of the race. There's Valles now up to the 8th spot. Take a look at Artem Shuliev here running at P3. With on lap 8, just past halfway. Keenan Luang running in the 4th position in his 14 car. So good run for him. He joined sort of late in the practice session for before the first race. But I got a little bit of practice in throughout the week as we generally get our servers up. Guys can practice throughout the week pretty early. Usually we'll put those up on Sunday night for a Saturday race the next Saturday. So plenty of time to get out here and get some things dialed in. And obviously somebody who I've seen him on the server quite a bit this week, and that's Phil Vick, and it's translating into a 4.5-second lead over Nikolai Bezrikov. Shuliev setting into 3rd position, Keenan Luang 4th, Revion Gumilar is in 5th. Gordon Carter, Iqbal Kurniawan, and Andres Valles, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Bezrikov here now taking this hard right-hander. Trying to stay off the curbs. Don't worry about the alligators. See this right thing on the left there, that yellow bump. You do not want to get on those. So Bezrikov running in the 2nd position, about 4 seconds back to Phil Vick. Take a look at Revion Gumilar. He's opened up a little bit of a gap there on Gordon Carter. Gordon Carter running in the 6th position, but that gap has increased. Looking at somewhere on about a second and a half or so. Take a look at this graphic here, this 1v1 battle here between Gumilar and Gordon Carter. So about a second and a half or so separate the two of those guys, P5, P6. Take a look at Iqbal Kurniawan running in the 7th position in that 77 car. A lot of 7s in that, huh? 3.9 seconds back to P6. Andres Valles here, just trying to play the game where he's going to get as many points as he can. He's hoping somebody else will have a little bit of trouble so he can gain another spot. But here he is plugging away, looking at the big picture. Right now running in the 8th position. And he really, really had a trouble there at the start. Got turned around by Revion Gumulart. Phil Vick extending that lead just a little bit. At 4.8 seconds now over Bezhikov. Those guys had such a great battle last week. 5 laps to go here in race number 2. Phil Vick looking to take the sweep as Bezhikov did last week. Phil Vick looking to do the sweep here at Laguna Seca for round number 2. Probably a little bit longer track than what these cars really like to deal with. Next week will be Oulton Park, one that legitimately is on the circuit for the BTCC series. These are 3 British tracks, and then we do 3 American tracks, just alternating weeks with those. Maybe some guys decided that the American track wasn't suiting them, so it didn't come out today. We had 16 drivers last week, just 10 this week. Hopefully we'll have a better showing next week at Oulton Park. It is a free track, so likely to have a few more drivers. Vic now stretching that out to 5-second gap with that 5 laps to go. 4.5 laps now. Little rubber buildup now from race number 1 on the track. On board here with Phil Vick. Makes it a little bit easier once you get a line set down. You know where everybody's racing. You know where you need to put the car through the turns. Bezhikov trying to close in as well. In about 5.1 second gap, so Phil Vick continuing to stretch that out. Through the corkscrew, there goes Phil Vick, and then we're going to see in short order Bezhikov. Artem Shuliev running in 3rd in this 17 car. Good run here for him in race number 2. Talked a little bit about his prowess at Indy cars. Well-known IndyCar racer. Here he is mixing it up out here in the BTCC. Kind of out there by himself right now. 28 seconds back to P2, but he's got about a 5-second lead over P4. That's Keaton LeWang. Keaton LeWang running in the 4th position, trying to close in on Artem Shuliev. You're looking at around 5.5 second gap between he and P3. And Phil Vick in command. 5-second gap there for Phil Vick. We'll cross the start-finish line this time, and we will be just 2 laps away from the end of race number 2. Andres Valles plugging away here, but I think he's had some more trouble. And he's off the track into the fence. Got into the sand. Comes across the track, and it's a little right side contact with the fence. He's had his troubles, but he keeps plugging away and hopefully get a nice 8th place finish. Had to pick up another spot. I'm not sure. I don't think he's got enough time there to get another spot there if somebody has trouble. The hill to the hard left-hander. Stay off that curb. Almost grabs that curb. That would have been devastating. Probably over the fence type of devastating. Then we're going to see the corkscrew. This is why I hate this track. A lot of people like it. I cannot stand the corkscrew. Bulldoze the corkscrew and I might race this track. Cross start-finish line will be 1 lap to go, right? So we're on 1 lap to go now as Phil Vick. 4.4 second gap. He's slowed down a little bit, maybe being a little conservative here. He wants to win this race, but he doesn't want to put it in the fence. And right there you see Bezrikov come by. This camera situation is cray-cray right now. Valles coming back out on track here after another pit stop. Interesting late race pit stop there for Valles. We had some more damage he had to take care of. Didn't want to throw that car around the track anymore, but here we go. The guy who threw the car around the track the best for 2 races, that is Phil Vick getting another win. And this one, race number 2. So redeeming himself for last week. And having some trouble last week, and here he is. Race number 2 victor. So congratulations to Phil Vick. Getting another win. Going to do a little burnout here for us. Sandy style. So congratulations to him. Burning it down here at Laguna Seca. Another win in the books there for Phil Vick. And that'll help his effort out, that's for sure. So great job to Phil Vick. So taking home the victory in race number 2. So we'll take a look at the final results here in race number 2. So Phil Vick getting the win. Nikolai Bezrikov finishes in the 2nd position. Artem Shuliev battles for a third-place finish. Keenan Lewang finishes fifth. Revian Gumilar finishes in the fifth position. Excuse me. Keenan Lewang finishes fourth. Revian Gumilar finishes fifth. Gordon Carter finishes sixth. Iqbal Kurdiawan finishes in the seventh position. Andres Valles finishes eighth. And Alexander Zakharov, tough break there for him, finishes in the ninth position. And 10th was Ritsky Novar, but he actually did not enter the race, it looks like. So congratulations to Phil Vick on getting the win. Great run there for him. And we'll see if we can't get a little bit of a broadcast interview with Phil Vick here. We'll be back in just a second. All right, we got we're going to get Phil Vick up here in the booth with us, and got 2 wins today. So congratulations to him, and we'll see if we can't get an interview with him. All right, we have Phil Vick joining us up here in the broadcast booth.
Thanks.
And,
Hello.
We got 2 big wins today here at Laguna Seca. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Well, you know, last week was a tough week for you. How do you bounce back from, you know, a tough week at Brands Hatch and take home 2 victories here at Laguna Seca?
On Brands Hatch, on the first race, I take the pole. The pace is good, but the second is it's better. He passed me the last lap, I think. I don't defend too much. I take the pole, I have the fastest lap, and I let past to be safe. And I finish second. Second in English, I think.
Yes.
And the second race, and I don't take the pole, and I'm in the traffic. And Brands Hatch is very difficult to overtake with safe. And I'm a very, very safe driver, and I don't take any risk. and I do my race. On race, touch my rear at T1 during maybe middle of the race. We go off the track, but no damage for the car, and I finish fourth, I think. Not bad, not good, but not bad. I limit the damage.
Well, next week we're back to a traditional BTCC track at Oulton Park. I would assume you've probably been on Oulton Park before. How do you feel about that track and your chances of bringing home another victory in round 3?
Oulton Park, I raced the last week, I think, on LFM. I think it's a multiplayer server. It's very difficult to overtake with safe. If you take the pole, it's better. If you are in the traffic, it's difficult too. It depends if I take the pole or not.
Well, being the Belgian legend here at High Octane Racing League, what do you got to say to your Belgian fans out there?
Thanks.
You have something to say to them in French?
Dire quelque chose en français, je pense pas que... Moi, ça fait 1 an que j'ai commencé. Et bonjour à tous.
All right, congratulations, and we'll see you next week, Phil.
Thanks.
All right, that's Phil Vick joining us up here at the broadcast booth, and he gets the win. He gets the sweep here at Laguna Seca. A tough track, one that you don't see the BTCC cars on, but this checks off the box for our American track number 1 at Laguna Seca. We have Oulton Park coming up next week. That's going to be a fun one as we take a look at that schedule. Hopefully we'll bring up the screen. There you go. A little bit of not a very professional outfit right here at High Octane Racing League or the TurnLeft TV broadcast booth. Oulton Park coming up next week. I'm excited about this. This is, like I said, my favorite track. My favorite road course is Oulton Park. I would say my second favorite road course is Baku. My third favorite road course is my home, and that's Indianapolis road course. So these next 2 races coming up are going to be really exciting for me. But we're back to a traditional BTCC series track at Oulton Park. And as Phil Vick alluded to, it's very, very difficult to pass there, to overtake. So you might see some contact with some of these cars. Don't forget the Saturday Night Thunder headed your way just in a little while. It's race number 4 of the season at Darlington. The Lady in Black. You want to come out and beat up the broadcaster? It's a 110-lap race. And that's coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on High Octane Racing League. Well, that's going to do it for me. I'll take it easy. I'm going to go let the dog out. Thanks so much for joining me here on TurnLeft TV. I'm going to get out of here. Peace out.